Hello nation, it's that time. It is Thursday and that means it is time for Real Hair Revelations. It is pretty warm in here, so pardon me if I'm a little glossy or a little sweaty. It's hot and it wasn't hot a few minutes ago when I first got up here, but somehow I got warm. So if you see me glowing a little bit, it might be because I'm a little bit warm, but nevertheless, so happy that y'all are here. I have a dope deal for y'all. Y'all are gonna be so excited tonight. Y'all are gonna be so excited. But we can't get started until you say hey to your girl. Let me know if you are an OG or if you are someone who is new. Let us say hello to you. Make sure you say what's up. Hey OGs, what's up, Lee? Hey Alicia and Teresa and Alice and Adina. And I think I saw LaDon. Hey LaDon. Hello people. Hello. So once oops. Camera starts bouncing around. Hey Carla. Thank you guys for the compliments on my hair. It's my wash and go. Hey Kathy and Vakia. Did y'all get the when your wash day mix? Sam, you so funny. She said, hey Jill, Gwen. Hello Lisa and Tamara. Hello. Did you guys get the when your wash day mix this week? It's super lit. It's so good this week. I hope you guys got it and you guys have listened to it because the next one will come out next Sunday. And I don't want you to miss this one because this one is really good. I got it playing in the background right now. So when we get some more people in the room, I will start to give y'all the deets on the dope deal because y'all gonna want this. Y'all gonna want this. Like, y'all are gonna be so happy. And I'm so excited to provide this one to you. By the way, a lot of you know, if you are watching this on replay, by the way, say replay. Let us know you're watching on replay. Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome. You guys do me a favor. Well, share this live with your audience. So just press the share button so everybody who follows you on Facebook will get it, because we want everybody to share love. We want everybody to have amazing hair and love themselves and love their beauty and all that sort of stuff. So make sure that you share. Hey Silas, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? LaDawn, I love you, girl. Detroit love. Thank you, Siobhan. Thank you. Make sure you guys are sharing. Okay. Have all y'all shared yet? Have y'all shared? Let me know. Jean said she got her step 1 gallon today. Yay, Jean. Hey, Yvette, my friend. Yes, Tamara, you are so right. Yes, but you guys will die extremely happy and your hair will look fabulous in the process. So, Alicia says, wish there was a way to save the mixes. That would be really nice. Actually, we're thinking about, DJ 007 and I have actually talked about trying to figure out a way to make the mixes like downloadable. Or maybe even offer them. So we'll see if we can figure that out. So, okay, dope deal before we get into the topic, because I know y'all really here for the dope deal, which is fine. Okay, the dope deal is we have a few extra gallons left over. If you did not get your gallon, and we don't really offer them normally, but if you would like another gallon, or if you did not get a gallon before, or if you're thinking like, I already got a gallon, but I know she ain't gonna offer this again until like December. So I should probably get me a gallon or get another one so I can stock up. Gallons are on the website right now and they're only online until I go offline. So for the next 45 minutes to an hour, the gallons are on the website. So go get them. You can only get them while I'm live because I know they're gonna sell and we have some left over from when we made them before for y'all guys. So go get the gallons now. Go to the website. If you go to the website, it's naturalicious.net. Okay. Type in gallon in the search and you will find it. Okay. They're only going to be online until, and by the way, I'm sorry, forgot to tell you guys. If you get the gallon today while I'm live, you'll get double Glam points. How about that? How about them apples? You'll get double Glam points. So that means that normally you get $1, you get a point for every $1 that you spend. Mike just showed up in the room right here. He looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, are you serious? Are you really giving them gallons and double Glam points? Yes. So listen, That's only while I'm live. So this is not going to be available at midnight. It's not going to be available tomorrow. If you're watching this on replay, you won't get this deal. It is available tonight while I'm live. Go to the website, naturalicious.net, type in gallon, and I'm doing it myself just to make sure that I'm not tripping. Type in gallon. And you will find it. The price is still the same, still $175, but you will get double Glam points. So normally you get a point for every dollar that you spend. You're actually going to get 2 points for every dollar. So if you spend $175, you're going to get like 350 points, which is good for like, I think like a whole free product or like a couple free products. So you want to make sure that you get your gallon now while I'm live because we have some left over and I want to make sure that you guys have them. Okay? All right. So for those of you who are like, what the hell is the gallon? The gallon is, we have our best-selling product, which is the Moroccan Rasoul 5-in-1 clay treatment. It is normally offered in a 2-ounce, 8-ounce, or 16-ounce size, but the nation loves them so much that we offer them in a gallon every blue moon. We normally only offer them to our salon partners because we have special contracts with them. But every couple times a year, we'll release them to everybody, and they just go bananas for them. Alicia is correct. We had to make a special batch because we sold way more than we thought we were going to sell, but we have some left over now. So if you didn't get one and you want one, make sure you go to the website and you get that because they won't be available once I get off. Okay? All right. Let's get into the topic, and I will bring it back up for those who are coming in later on. So if you hear me re-mention this, that's just because I see people coming in who weren't in when I first mentioned it, and I want to make sure everybody knows about the deal. Okay? All right. So oh, by the way, again, double Glam points for all gallons purchased while I'm live for the next hour. All right, let's get into it. Coloring do's and don'ts. So you guys know that most of you know that I colored my hair purple like a week and a half ago. As you can see, it is no longer purple. So I colored it, and it was my first time coloring it, I think, ever. No, it's not true. I colored my hair once when I was like 21, but I actually had it lightened a little bit. And it was fine then, but I colored it this time. And I hadn't colored it in all these years because I'm a long way from 21. And I colored it purple because I really wanted to try the purple hair. And it came out really, really cute. So a lot of you guys saw me do this live on camera. And it came out great, right? But there were some things that happened afterwards that I want to tell you all about to stay away from because I don't want you to have these same challenges. Thank you, Tamara. I'm glad you like my nails. All right. So this is relevant for if you are, you know, coloring your hair purple, or if you're coloring it a normal quote unquote color, like, you know, a brown or a red or an auburn or maybe a blonde. Or if you want to go crazy like purple or pink or green or blue, right? For whatever color you want to go, this topic is going to be relevant for you. In addition to that, thought there was something else I wanted to say. Yeah. So anyway, coloring do's and don'ts. What I do want you, well, okay. Those of you who saw me color, you know it was temporary. It was obviously temporary. It's only been a week and a half. But sometimes you guys are coloring your hair and it's going to be permanent or semi-permanent. The rules still apply, okay? So I used one of those hair waxes, which was a purple hair wax. And it's more like a cream as opposed to like a wax, right? And so you just gotta put it on and everything. It comes out really pretty. However, my hair was really dry afterwards, like bone dry, despite the fact that I moisturized my hair before I ever put the color into my hair. All right. So I highly moisturized it beforehand because I knew I probably needed to protect my hair. And I also put our step 3 oil on to protect it as well. Then I put the color on and it was still really dry. So I know naturally color is drying, but sometimes these waxes, they kind of position themselves as to be moisturizing. I did not have that experience at all. My hair was drier as a mofo. Okay. You will probably experience the same. Whether you're going permanent, semi-permanent, or temporary, you're still going to need to you're still going to need to moisturize your hair, okay? Now, when you moisturize your hair, and you should be moisturizing it anyway, there are tons of ladies who are here right now who moisturize their hair regularly. I see Tamara. I think I saw Ebony. I see Alice. I saw LaDawn. I probably saw Renee. Like, all these people are constantly moisturizing their hair, right? So you want to make sure you're always, always, always moisturizing. However, when you have color, you got to ramp it up. You really got to level that boy up, because color is naturally drying, no matter what kind it is, whether it's temporary, permanent, or semi-permanent. It's going to dry your hair in some kind of way. And so you have to make sure that you are doubling up on the moisture. So even though I put moisture on before I put the color in, I found once my hair dried, I had to put more color in, okay? And so, oh, you guys, pause for a second. Like, 7 people have already got this gallon. So once they're gone, they're going to be gone. So I'm telling you guys, if you guys want the rest of these gallons, you got to go get them. So don't miss out on the gallons, okay? All right. So I put the color on, had to put on more moisturizer. And you know how you can just kind of feel, you can tell when your hair is bone dry. And it was really, really dry. So I saw somebody ask, how long did you keep the purple and how did you moisturize it when it was in, okay? How I moisturized it is I took the cream, which is step 2, Moisture Infusion Styling Cream, opened it up, and I took some cream and I literally just kind of scrunched my hair with it. So I'm not going to do it right now because I just moisturized my hair like a few hours ago. But I would just take the cream in my hand. I would just kind of put it in and I would scrunch it like this. Right? And that's sometimes how I do my moisturizing in general, especially if I don't want to, especially my curl pattern is looking really good and I don't want to mess it up. I'll just scrunch it in. Other times I'll do what I call the open palm method, okay? And I'll take the same cream, I'll put it on my palm of my hand, rub it in, and I'll just kind of go like this and rub the ends of it, and then I'll kind of get the roots and the rest of my hair. But either way, you have to make sure you're using a cream. I advise you use a cream-based moisturizer. I obviously encourage you guys to use step 2, which is the Moisture Infusion Styling Cream from Naturalicious. You can also use whatever other brand that you like. Just make sure that the moisturizer is a good one and that it doesn't have any mineral oil as the first ingredient, and it also doesn't have any parabens in it either, because those are cancer causing. Those are known to be cancer causing. You have to and I found I had some. Now, normally it's starting to get a little bit warm, so I can usually get away with moisturizing my hair every other day. In the wintertime, I have to do it every day, but I have to moisturize it every other day. But when that color was in, I had to moisturize it every day. And in the first couple of days, I had to moisturize it like twice a day, which is fine. It's not a problem, right? You just have to know your hair. You have to feel it and make sure you're paying attention to it and listening to what it's telling you to do. My hair was telling me that it really, 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 really needed moisture. And so remember, when you're using step 2 is your moisturizer, okay? It's also your curl activator. It's also your heat protectant and all that kind of stuff. But step 3 is your frizz fighter, and it's also your moisture lock. That's why it's called Divine Shine Moisture Lock and Frizz Fighter. It locks in moisture 3 times as long. So if you are using step 2 on your hair, you want to use step 3 right afterwards to give your hair a really nice shine without it feeling greasy. But then on top of that, it's going to lock in that moisture longer, which keeps your hair from being dry. Dryness is the bane of all of our natural hair existence. It leads to breakage, brittleness, dryness, split ends, all those kinds of things, some forms of shedding, and a myriad of other sort of issues and challenges that we have with our hair. So I'm highly, highly, highly encouraging you, especially when you have color, make sure that you're moisturizing, and then you're also putting on top of that a natural oil. In our case, you can use step 3. I thought I saw a question from Latanya. That was a good one. Oh, somebody asked about henna. Yeah, so henna generally isn't drying, but sometimes it can be drying. Depending on how you, depending on the brand, and a wide variety of other things. But generally, henna isn't drying. If it is drying for you, make sure that you're moisturizing more. Stephanie says step 3 doesn't fight her frizz. Stephanie, you have to make sure that you're using step 3 as a frizz fighter, which on the instructions on the label encourages you to do hot oil treatments. It'll fight your frizz when you do hot oil treatments. If you're just putting it on without doing the hot oil treatment, it's not going to fight the frizz. It doesn't have a way to do that. But if you use it as a hot oil treatment, which the directions for doing so are on the label, that is what stops the frizz. Hot oil treatment stop frizz, right? And so step 3 is a hot oil treatment. So make sure you're using it as a hot oil treatment. And if you don't know how to do a hot oil treatment, no worries. The directions for doing so, again, are on the label of the oil. let's see, who else had a question? Somebody else said, and you guys are asking questions that I was going to talk about anyway. So I'm glad these questions are being asked so I can address them. Yes, Brenda, I will apply the same to henna. LaDawn says henna tends to dry out her hair. Yeah, so exactly. So you want to make sure that you are moisturizing your hair regardless of the type of color that you're using. And henna is an example of a semi-permanent, almost temporary color. Someone asked, did the purple wash out my hair? Yes, I did. The second thing I want to talk about, the other do, is that you have to make sure that you're careful with how you wear your hair, okay? Because especially with temporary color, it doesn't really come off, but it fades. And so I noticed like the back of my jean jacket, I have a really light blue colored jean jacket. I could see like a little bit of purple on the collar, right? So I found that I had to kind of wear my hair up a little bit if I didn't want it to rub off on the back. So like I wore a white dress one of the days that I had my hair with the purple in it. And I was like, oh, I want to make sure I don't get no purple in this dress. So I wore my hair up that day. So you just have to be a little bit more strategic. But that's with temporary color. Now, if you have permanent or semi-permanent, you don't have to worry about that. But if you are wearing one of these temporary colors, which, you know, you have pros and cons of everything, right? You're going to have the pro of the temporary is that you're not committed to it. You can try it. I didn't want permanently purple hair. You know, I wanted it temporarily. And so with that, well, because it washes out, anytime you add water to it, it's going to fade a little bit. Or moisturizer is water-based. A good one is a good moisturizer is water-based. So a little bit's gonna, you know, you're gonna see a little bit on your hands, but it's not like I had like a hand that was like solid purple. It wasn't even as dark as my lips. It was like very, very light. So it was coming off very lightly. But again, just you have to be a little bit strategic when you are doing these temporary colors because you might see some of it come off a little bit. I mean, I wrap my hair up every night when I go to bed. I didn't see any on my pillows. It wasn't like it was like this streak of purple everywhere, but a little bit will come off here and there and it will fade. So, that is, you know, the pro and the con of the temporary color. Latanya says, when you use, Latanya, what you saying? When you constant moisturizer, she's saying, when you constantly moisturizing, do you always have to wet first? No, you don't. It is a good idea, though, Latanya, to dampen your hair, like very, very, very lightly. If you've ever seen like the 360 sprayer that I use, it's like a mist on my hair. And so I'll mist it sometimes and then I'll moisturize it. But honestly, moisturizer should have water as the first ingredient. So the moisturizer by itself is going to be hydrating if you're using a good moisturizer like step 2, excuse me, in the Naturalicious line. I don't always wet my, first of all, I never like soakingly wet my hair when I moisturize unless it's wash day. If it is like a non-wash day, I may dampen it just a little bit, but it also depends on what I'm going for, right? So we know that water is a curl activator, but it kind of depends on how you doing, how much how much water you're giving your hair. Because if you have very, very defined curls, for example, if you had like a Bantu knot out. So a lot of you guys saw me do my Bantu knot out the other day and my hair was stretched, right? So if it's stretched and you spray water on it, you're going to activate the curl, which means it's going to start to revert. And if you have stretched out hair, that's probably not the look you're going for. So in that case, I would not wet my hair or dampen it at all. I would just use a moisturizer. However, in this case, this is a wash and go, right? So the curls are more coily as opposed to curly right now because it's a wash and go. So in this case, if I were going to moisturize my hair tonight, then I would probably spray it. So it's really kind of knowing what you want your curl pattern to do. Just remember that water activates curls and it reverts your hair, right? So if your hair is already in a wash and go state, that means it's pretty much already reverted. So using water is going to be fine. But if it's stretched out, or even if you've got it pressed or flat ironed, pressed, I sound like I'm telling my age right now, right? But if you got it, because nobody presses their hair anymore. But if you flat ironed your hair or done wand curls or something like that, you may not want to wet it first because it's going to revert it back to its natural curl pattern. So, let's see what else. Erica said, I've put off placing an order, but I've built my confidence with wearing my hair out, and then I'm ready. That is so important, Erica. You definitely have to make sure that you are feeling confident about your hair. But a lot of the confidence comes from knowing what to do with your hair. Like I always say, we as women, particularly women of color, a lot of times I hear, I hate my hair won't do what I want to do, I never wear my hair out. And usually that is because we don't know what to do with our hair. It really hasn't, it's not that you hate your hair, right? You don't hate your hair. You just don't know what to do with it. And if you knew what to do with it, you would actually love it, because we're the only beings that get the opportunity to have short hair and long hair in one day with no weave and no haircut. Like that's really a blessing, right? But most of us don't know what to do with our hair, which is why I do Real Hair Revelations and try to make sure that it's brand agnostic, so that no matter what brand that you use, even if it's not Naturalicious, you'll be able to utilize this information so that you do eventually love your hair. So I hope that these I hope you join us and have joined us and continue to join us for Real Hair Revelations, so that you can get these goods and these deets and all that sort of stuff, so that you can have that confidence to be able to rock your hair. To be honest, I hated my hair for the first 26 years of my life. Like absolutely hated my hair. And it wasn't until I learned what my hair needed, how to care for it, what types of products, not necessarily what brand, but what types of products and what types of ingredients were necessary to help it thrive and grow, and the techniques that I needed to do to assist in that. Not until then did I start to actually love my hair. And that was, I was 26 years in by that time. So I'm sure you're in good company. There's several other people who are in your shoes and have been in your shoes. So I'm glad that you're here with us. Let's see. Who else? Kiki says, hello, I was just waiting and now I'm late. Hey, Kiki. Hey, Kiki. Serena says, I think sometimes when people think of moisture, they think of water, and we use water on the hair. And when you tend to use water on your hair, it's already styled. It frizzes up because I'm Afro. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that moisture is not always water. You can always use creams like you suggested and keep the hair from frizzing and going to Afro puff. That's exactly what I just said. So yes, Serena, you're exactly right. Which is why it's really important to know what it is that you're trying to go for. So if your hair is stretched, yeah, you spray water on it, you're going to end up with this big fro. However, again, water is a curl activator. So if your hair is in wash and go, you're good to use water. If your hair is stretched, then you probably don't want to use water. You want to use a water-based cream, which is going to have water in it, obviously, for the hydration factor and to keep it moisturized, but it's not going to give you the same effect as water would, which will like shrink it up and all that sort of stuff. So you're exactly on point, Serena. Thank you for echoing my point. Carla, I just started using your products. I have color treated hair. How do I get rid of knots at the ends of my hair? Carla, Miss Carla Mix, thank you for joining us, and thank you for trying Naturalicious products. So knots on the ends of the hair are completely eliminated with hot oil treatments. Same thing as eliminating frizz, right? So frizz and knots are eliminated when you do hot oil treatments on a regular basis. When I say regular basis, ideally that will be every time you wash your hair, which should be every 7 to 10 days. However, if you are like, I don't got time for that, that's fine. You can do it at least once a month. Okay, so you should be washing your hair about 4 times a month. At least one of those times, you should be doing a hot oil treatment. But however often you do it, you need to make sure it's consistent. You will not see frizz go away, and you will also not see knots go away if you're not consistent. So if you do the hot oil treatment one time and you've never done it before, you're very likely not going to see a difference. But by about the 3rd time, 4th time, you should start to see those knots are completely disappearing. They're slipping through, and they are not knotting up at the end. Same thing with frizz. You should find that the frizz is disappearing, because a lot of people don't realize this. First of all, some people confuse frizz with what humidity does to our hair. Those are 2 totally different things, okay? The nature of humidity, like we cannot control Mother Nature, right? So you do your hair in the summertime, you do it in the house, it looks great. You go outside, it looks like a big old puff ball. You can reduce that, but you can't completely eliminate it unless you don't moisturize your hair. And you don't want to not moisturize your hair. So it's just something we kind of have to deal with, but we can also try and find styles that that don't make it as bad, right? So stretched out hair in the summertime, especially if you use something water based in order to stretch it out, you're going to go outside, humidity is going to hit that hair. Remember, humidity is nothing more than evaporated water. So to Serena's point and my point earlier, water can tend to shrink up or revert hair that has been stretched, right? And so humidity in the air is evaporated water. And so that evaporated water is hitting your hair and it's shrinking it back up. So what I tend to do in the summer, I tend to wear more wash and goes because my hair is already going to be in its most naturally curly state. So it can't really shrink up more or, you know, kind of get that humidity puffball look. I also tend to do a lot of flat twists, things that kind of are closer to my head so that I don't have that issue. Now in the fall and the winter, I switch it up and I'll do more stretched styles because I don't have to worry about the humidity in the air. Okay. So, you know, we kind of have to, again, be strategic about what we do with our hair, how we wear it, because you don't want to not moisturize your hair. Like that's the worst thing that you could do. Like to forego moisturizing your hair in lieu of to forego moisturizing your hair so that you can wear a stretched out style in the summer is a really bad idea. It's like really, really bad because now you're going to start experiencing breakage and brittleness and shedding and split ends and all that kind of stuff. And we don't want that. We want our hair to thrive. We want our hair to grow, all that. If you don't moisturize it, that's not going to happen. But your hair is cute. Like, and it's only going to be cute temporarily because you're going to have split ends. And then you got to cut it and it's a whole process. All right. But that's what a lot of people think frizz is. That's not frizz. Frizz is when like your hair just won't, it like, even when you condition it, it just won't lay down. Like it's all over the place. A lot of times also people think that frizz is because, a lot of times what people think is frizz is actually the result of needing to get your ends trimmed. So if your ends look really like raggedy and frayed, a lot of times you just need a trim that's not really frizz. Okay, but true frizz is the result of dryness at the core of your hair. That's what frizz really is. So that's why doing hot oil treatments eliminates that issue, but you gotta do it consistently. Nothing is going to change if you don't do your hair, if you're not consistent with your hair. Everything in life requires consistency. Your hair, especially your hair, is no different. Hair, I feel like beauty, natural beauty, and diet and exercise, like all that sort of stuff when it comes to your body and your beauty, consistency is everything. So Carla, that was a long way of telling you that if you do hot oil treatments, which again are on the directions for doing so or on the back of step 3 on your bottle, it'll eliminate your knots. Okay. Selene says, okay, I'm back. I got my backup gallon. Whoop, whoop. Let's see. Thank you, Eva. I'm glad you like it. Alicia says, did you like the wax enough to do it again? I did. However, because it did dry my hair out, I will not be doing it again for some time. Again, it's really important to listen to your hair and to pay attention to what it's telling you. Okay. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to a restaurant and they put, you know, when you go to restaurants, a lot of times they give you like all this food and like, you're like, you start eating it. You start yourself feeling full, but you're like, man, it's on the plate and I should just eat it. And then you eat it and you feel stuffed. Like you knew beforehand that your body was telling you that you were full. You didn't need to eat anymore. So it's like, listen, you should listen to your body. You should also listen to your hair, right? So if your hair feels dry, like for me, it felt dry. I liked the color. It definitely, color can enhance the look of your curls. Like it really doesn't give you more curls per se, but it'll just enhance it. So like my hair is naturally really dark. By putting the purple on, it kind of helped the light reflect it differently. And so you could almost see the definition in the curls more, which I really liked, right? So that was fun. I liked that it was purple, which was different. I also liked that it wasn't like a crazy purple. It wasn't like all one solid color purple. It was kind of like a gradient sort of purple. So that was nice. But again, it made my hair dry. And because it made my hair dry and I had to add more moisture to it, I knew that if I continue to do it all the time, it might really start to affect the core of my hair. And then it might affect the curl pattern. And so I said, okay, let me do this. Let me put the brakes on it for a little while, and then I'll probably do it again like later on in the summer. But I definitely liked it enough to do it again, but I definitely wouldn't do it every week. Now, I do see some people, I think like Justine Skye, like the singer, I've seen her do her purple every single week, and then I started to notice that her hair was like looking a lot different not in a good way. Probably because she's constantly doing this purple. And she's probably adding heat to it. So my parents are here visiting, and that's the dog in the background. So her name is Paige. What else I want to say? That's another thing I want to mention. Because color is so drying, you have to be careful with the other things that you do. So what you probably don't want to do, you probably don't want to color your hair and then add heat to it. That's probably a really bad idea. At least immediately. You don't want to add color, you don't want to add heat immediately afterwards. You want to give your hair a little bit of a break and then maybe add heat to it. If you're going to do that, maybe, you know, a couple weeks later. But heat is drying by nature. Color is drying by nature. The last thing that we need is an abundance of things that's going to dry our hair out, because again, dryness leads to brittleness, breakage, shedding, split ends. All right. And so you don't want that to happen. So make sure that you are doing what you make sure you don't do too much heat to your hair right after you color it. You guys, I'm going to mention one more time, or maybe I maybe mention this 2 more times or so. For those of you who just joined, the dope deal of tonight is that we have a few gallons left over. And while I'm live tonight, which is usually for about an hour, I'm usually here live with you guys, those gallons will be available on the website. Go to the website, type in gallon in the search, and it will pop up for you. Go ahead and purchase that if you would like it. Also, if you purchase it while I'm live tonight, which is only when it will be available, you will get double Glam points. Okay, so normally you get 1 point for every dollar you spend. So they are $175. If you buy if you buy one, you're actually going to get, instead of 175 points, you're going to get 350 points, which obviously you can get like a few things for 350 points on our website. So you get some stuff for free. Basically you're going to end up buying 1 gallon and getting like some free stuff on the back end, because you're going to get 350 points in addition to whatever you already have in your account if you already have points. So it's a really, really good deal, and it's only available while I am live. So I hope you get it. I've been seeing a bunch of them come through on my phone since I've been sitting here talking to you guys, and once they're gone, they're gone. So make sure that you hook yourself up and get you a gallon. And if you already have a gallon, cool. You know they're not going to be available again until December. You probably want to stock up. Make sure you get another gallon. You may want to gift a gallon. You may have not gotten a gallon the first time and the deal was over and you're like, oh snap, I didn't get a gallon. The gallons are available tonight. So if you're watching on replay, I'm sorry. They're going to be gone by the time you guys watch. But if you're live, the gallon is going to be available for you. And if you're not familiar with what the gallon is our step 1 Moroccan Rasoul 5-in-1 clay treatment. 5-in-1 product. It's a shampoo, conditioner, deep conditioner, detangler, and a leave-in conditioner, all in one product. And it is a gallon of it is available, which is like 53% less than you would pay for the equivalent of buying the same 8-ounce bottle. So it's a really, really good deal. You normally spend like, I don't know, like almost $400 if you did that. And these are $175. So it's a huge good deal. And you're going to get double Glam points. So make sure you get it if you would like it. All right. Let's see who else had questions. Latanya says, I have the mister. Oh, the hair mister, and she loves it. Thanks for the plug. They have Met Sally. Yeah, I love the mister. It's really, really great. Yeah, Kiki. So everything I'm talking about is relevant to temporary, permanent, and semi-permanent color. So everything, all this information is relevant to it all. Okay. So let's see what else. Silence said, I still press my hair. You know, like when I think of pressing my hair, I think of like my mom in the kitchen with like the comb and putting it on the stove and burning my ear and burning my neck. That's what I think of as pressing. I don't think very many people press anymore, but apparently you do, Silence. And I see you, my Izzy and Liv sister. I got on my Izzy and Liv shirt right now too. Let's see. Yes, you are so welcome, Latanya. Nikki says, Gwen, how'd you get your hair to have so much bounce by only using the 3 products or a custard or gel? So, Nikki, I'm glad you asked this. So, I wash my hair with step 1 about every 7 or 8 days. I'm pretty consistent with that. I also do hot oil and deep conditioning treatments every time I wash my hair. I do a egg protein treatment, which a lot of you have. I've been seeing a lot of you doing that, so I'm really happy you guys have started to do that too. I do that once a month. And then I also do a apple cider vinegar rinse once a month. So I have like a whole little treatment process that I do for my hair. But in addition to that, like my wash and goes, how do I get it to have like kind of be like this? I will say that okay, so I wash my hair, and then to do my wash and go, lately I've been using the gel. So this does have some of our new gel in it, but you can't feel it, obviously, because you guys are not here with me, but you can see how much movement it has and how soft it is. So it's like a super, super, super light gel. Like, it doesn't feel crunchy at all. And this is not even how I normally do my wash and goes. This is actually a less defined wash and go than I normally would do. But I was in a rush because I had a concert that I went to last night, and I was like, didn't want to be late. And so I was like rushing through it. And this is how it turned out. And I was still really happy with it. So for me, I've been using step 2, step 3, and then the gel on top of that. And then I blow dry it dry without a comb attachment. So that's how I've been doing my wash and goes lately. And I've been really happy with how they've been turning out. I've also been using the gel on my edges. And I actually have a conversation tomorrow with the lab, and fingers crossed they will be able to give me a date that we'll be able to drop it. So that's my goal, my hope, and my prayer, that I get a date from them tomorrow. As you guys know, it's been a long time coming for the gel, and it's ready. We just have to get a date that it can actually start being made. So if all goes well, after tomorrow, I should have some sort of at least estimated date for you guys. So because I know you guys want it. I know Sam wants it. She's been like, I'm a gel stalker. And so a lot of you guys have been asking about the gel. I've been doing it. I've been testing it. Basically, I'm just testing it out. By the way, speaking of gels, I have like all these gels here, all these gel samples. And I think tomorrow or Saturday, we're actually going to pick the names of all of you guys who applied to be a gel tester. So we're actually going to do it live, like on camera. I'll probably see if I can recruit my son to help me. And we're just going to pick the names out of a hat. So if you're live, you'll get to see it. We may even do it where it's like one of those things where like you have to be present to win. So y'all may want to show up for that, because we have 10 of them that we're going to give to you guys to be testers. And so we're just going to pick them out of a hat. And that way it'll be as fair as possible. There'll be no favoritism. There'll be no way for y'all to say, well, they ain't pick me because whatever. We're literally going to pick the names out of a hat of everybody who applied. So maybe I'll recruit my son to do it. If not, I'll just do it myself. But yes, so this is the results of the gel. And whenever we do pick the people who are going to be gel testers, we're going to have to give you guys a little bit of instruction, because I just want to make sure you guys are using it in the way it's supposed to be used. It's a brand new product, so we'll probably have to have like a few calls with the people. So yeah, it'll be a whole like thing, and it'll be a lot of fun, and you guys will get to test the gel before anybody else. But end of story, I want to be able to give you guys a date like tomorrow. So send some prayers, cross your fingers, send good vibes, and hope that on my call tomorrow I actually get a date. So let's see what else. Teresa says, true statement of knowing what to do with your hair. It's a journey, but it's worth it. Being patient and trying new things. Yes, Teresa is absolutely right. And Teresa's an OG, so she knows what's up. LaDawn says she's saving her glam points for the gel. All y'all gonna be using your glam points for the gel. It's gonna be so cute. Let's see. Hello, Ali. How are you? You're welcome, Erica. Thank you for joining us. Yay, Jane. Jane got herself a gallon. Mel says, is there information on how to do hot oil treatments? Yes, so Mel, I don't know if you have any Naturalicious products. You have steps 1, 2, and 3. If you have step 3, it's on your bottle. It's right on the instruction side of your bottle if you have step 3. If you don't have step 3, you can go to the website and you can type in step 3 in the instructions, or in the search, and look for step 3, and the directions on how to do it are in the description as well. So that's another way. And also we have a video. So if you go to our website, if you go to our YouTube page, which is youtube.com/naturaliciousbeauty, you will find a video on how we suggest that you do your hot oil treatment and your deep conditioning together at the same time, so that you can save time, because it's a lot of time to have to do like the deep conditioning and then have to do the hot oil treatment. So why not just do them both at the same time if you can? You can do that together if you're using the Naturalicious system. I don't know about other brands, but if you're using our system, you can do them at the same time and save yourself a lot of time. But yes, those are 3 places where you can find how to do hot oil treatments. Hey, Michelle! How are you, beautiful? I haven't seen you so long. Let's see, who else? What do you suggest for coloring gray hair around the edges, says Debbie. So I always suggest henna as a good solution because henna tends to be less drying, although it can still be somewhat drying, but tends to be less drying than most other colors. So henna is a good option. You can also do a temporary color. The only color I don't suggest is color that is like boxed, but only if it's boxed color that has ammonia in it. Because that is drying. So when you're looking at the box color, Debbie, if you're at the store and you're seeing like a color that you like, just make sure you don't see ammonia on the list. Sometimes they'll even have formaldehyde. So make sure it doesn't have formaldehyde or ammonia on the list and you should be okay. But outside of those, I really like the hair paint wax. It does come in darker colors like normal colors like black and brown and red. And Debbie, I think your hair is dark brown. So you can find a hair paint wax for that. You can use that on your edges. It's going to be a little bit drying, but as long as you are moisturizing it, you'll be fine. You just have to make sure that you moisturize it and don't just stick with the dryness because that will be bad. Same thing with henna. Even if you use henna, you still want to make sure that you're moisturizing wherever you put it on because it can be a little bit drying. Although, again, not as drying as some other box colors, okay? Cherie says, I have type 4C hair and still have an issue with keeping my curls in the back of my head. I usually do a flat twist, cannot get it right. So we all have multiple hair textures. Like almost everybody on here has 2 at minimum hair textures, probably 3. I have about 3. And they're all in different sections of my hair, right? And also the weather can affect how my hair cooperates as well. So, Cherise, for you, for me, I have this section right here of my hair. You can probably even see it. This section right here, you can see this section is like a little less defined. Although it's still got like a curl, but it's less defined than like right here, right? And then back here, I have an even different texture, like down here at the bottom. This section and like this whole section up here in the center, this is my 4C section, and this is the section that I really have to focus on. So if you find a section that is not, like you said, you can't get curls in the back of your head, that means you need to focus more on it. You need to put more water on that section. You need to put more moisturizer. If you have a gels can help to, good gels can help to define the curl as well. So you just have to give that section more love. Like I have to give this section of my hair more love or else it will break easily. It will seemingly not grow easily because it's dry and I have to give it more love. But when I'm moisturizing my hair, I have to make sure that I consciously say to myself, okay, 4C section, let me make sure that I'm doing more up here. This is like, it's not even like 4C, it's like 5T, right? That's how like coarse this section can be if I don't consistently give it more attention. So it's just my problem child area. And so that's what I have to do. So you are probably in the same boat. You just have to give that section of your hair some more attention and some more love. Jane says, Gwen, I usually apply step 1 and 3 for hot oil, but can I mix them together to apply? I would not advise that, Jane. I would advise that you layer them. Step 1 on, I mean, you could. There's no reason why you couldn't. But for best results, I suggest that you layer them. Because as we've talked about several times, oil and water don't mix. And so step 1 is water-based. Step 3 is an oil, not water-based. And so mixing them together could possibly work, but really putting step 1 on, because really what you're trying to do is you're really trying to do a hot oil treatment on conditioned hair. That's the whole point, right? So if you mix them together, you're not really getting the full effect. However, if you layer them, you are. So typically, if you didn't do them together, you would have to wash your hair first, and then you have to moisturize it. And then after you wash your hair first, then do a deep conditioning. After the deep conditioning's done, then you will put a hot oil treatment on your hair and then, wait for 30 minutes or whatever till that's done. And so you would do it in that order. When you are layering step 1 and 3, you're doing the same process, but you're just doing it at the same time. So if you mix them together, you're not really doing a hot oil treatment on conditioned hair. You're just kind of giving yourself a mask, if that makes sense. However, if you layer them, you already washed your hair, you put step 1 back on, that's the deep conditioner. And so step 3 is on top of that, and that's the layer on top of the hair that's getting conditioned. Does that make sense? And so that's why I suggest layering them as opposed to mixing them together. I'm glad you asked that, because my mother asked me that like literally every week, and I tell her the same thing. I suggest that you layer them. And she's right downstairs. She probably hear me talking about her. Serena says, is it possible to have soft hair and your hair not be moisturized? Because sometimes you put a product on your hair and it softens it up and not hard. Could there be some confusion between how you know your hair is moisture, not by its texture? Absolutely. Because like, again, my mom has a totally different hair texture than I do. She has like 3C-ish hair. I'm more like 4B. I have like some 4A like down here, but it's mostly like 4B around here and then 4C up in here. And so, and her hair just naturally feels soft because of her natural hair texture. However, it's still dry. It's hard for me to explain how to know if your hair is dry without like being with you guys, so you can kind of feel the difference. But even when I had to color my hair was still soft. My hair is very soft, despite being like 4B, 4C. But that's because that's why I keep it conditioned on a regular basis. But even when I had the color in it and it was dry, it was still soft. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't hard, but it still felt dry. Like you can tell when your hair is hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so hard for me to explain to you on video because we're not in person. But there's a significant difference in how your hair feels when it's whether it's soft or not, when it's hydrated versus when it's not hydrated. So I think, again, it really boils down to like really knowing your hair and really listening to it and understanding it. And so if you, let's say, a really good way for you, Serena, might be, let's say you wash your hair, don't put any moisturizer on it. None whatsoever. Let it dry completely. See how your hair feels. That will be how your hair feels when it's dry. Then after that, re-wet it and then put moisturizer in it. Then let that dry, and that's how your hair will feel when it is moisturized. And you'll be able to see the difference and feel the difference. And that way, that's how you'll know, okay, my hair feels dry even though it's soft. So I need to add more moisturizer to it. I hope that helps. Alice ordered her gallon. Yay, Alice. Danita's here. Hey, Danita. Oh, Latanya says, take a breath, Gwen. You talking fast tonight. Girl, I'm loving your Wash and Go mix. I listen to them on my walk days. The other day, I walked 3 hours. Wow, 8 miles, and listened to 3 mixes. So glad you left them available. I was standing at the light dancing. People were honking. Oh, I love it. I love it. You know what, Latanya, I'm be completely transparent here. I tend to talk fast, and I have to make myself talk slow. I don't mean to talk fast, and in my mind, I don't sound fast to me. So I have to like make myself talk slower. So thank you for letting me know I was talking fast, because people tend to tell me like, what'd you say? You talking so fast, girl. So in my mind, when I'm talking like at what people would consider to be a normal pace, in my mind, it feels like I'm talking like a snail's pace for some reason. But like right now, I'm talking a little bit slower, I think. But I feel like I'm like talking like this. Like I feel like I'm like a slowed down like track on the radio or something. But thank you for reminding me to pull it back a little bit and not talk so fast. So thank you. Let's see. Off subject, Dollar Don says, when the BOGO is fulfilled, will we get glam points? Yes, I'm being greedy. No, you all will not get glam points for the BOGO because you got it for free, right? So there won't be any points to give. So you guys are going to get points from Sally. Okay, so for those who are unfamiliar, LaDon is asking about the BOGO that we have going on at Sally right now. So if you buy, and I should have mentioned this, thank you, LaDon, for reminding me. If you purchase anything from Sally in the month of May, from May 14th until May 31st. Okay, that's the dates of that this deal is going on. Anything you buy at Sally, you're going to upload it onto the website, which is bit.ly/BOGO Sally. bit.ly/BOGO Sally. All right, you're going to upload it there, and we will then send you a 1-for-1 of everything that you purchased. So if you purchased one step 1 and 1 step 2, you're going to get 1 step 1 and 1 step 2. If you purchase 3 step 2s and 3 step 3s, we're going to send you for free on us 2 step 2s and 2 step 3s. Okay, so everything that you purchase at Sally, we're going to basically give you the same thing, but it's going to be mailed from us. So don't go to the Sally store and be like, you know, pulling up on the associate and be like, where my BOGO at? You know, because they're not going to know what you're talking about. So Sally is not going to mail it to you. They're not going to give it to you at the store. We're going to mail it to you. That's why we need you to upload your receipt to this form online, which is bit.ly/BOGO Sally, and fill out the form, which will provide us with your email address, your name, your address, and all that sort of stuff, so we can send you your product. As always, the last time we did the BOGO, which was in October of last year, we mail them out at the end of the month. So once the deal is done, so that way we don't mess up anybody's order. Okay, so we don't do it as the deal is going on. So we will mail you your free product when the deal is over. So you should start to see your orders go out after May 31st. So around June 1st or 2nd is when you should start to get your order confirmations with the free product. But no, you cannot get free Glam. You cannot get Glam points, unfortunately, LaDawn, because the product we're sending you is free. So you get 1 point for every dollar you spend, and since no dollars were spent, there's no points to give. So let me rephrase that. Since no dollars were spent on our website, there's no points to give. But Sally has their own rewards program. So make sure you get the rewards from what you purchase at Sally, because they have their own rewards program. And I think it's almost the same, like 1 point for every dollar you spend. So you can rack up points on the Sally side and they will hook you up. All right, so make sure you guys get those. Also, with BOGO, you can use coupons at Sally. So if you have a Sally coupon, a lot of times they have like 20% off, 10% off, 15% off, everything in the store. You can totally use those and still get the BOGO from us. So make sure you hook yourself up. If you see a deal, or you know, if you know of one, make sure you post it in the nation for all your sisters to get, because the more you can get off, the better, right? I know Adina always knows about the Sally deals. Delita says, can you suggest a routine, for example, when and how often to wash, condition, hot oil, and protein treatment? Excuse me. Delita, yes. So you should wash every 7 to 10 days. You should condition and hot oil treat every 7 to 10 days at the same time. You should do a protein treatment no more than once a month. Apple cider treatment no more than once a month. And egg protein treatment no more than once a month. So basically everything is every week except for the special treatments, like the protein treatment, the apple cider vinegar treatment, and the egg protein treatment. Okay? Elisa said, calm down, Paige. Okay, I think I'm like way down in, there's a lot of comments, and I don't think I've gotten nearly through all of them. Erica says, can you explain why the shampoo doesn't lather? Absolutely. The shampoo doesn't lather because it has no man-made chemicals in it to make it do so. So lather is not it's not natural. Nothing in nature lathers. So that's why it doesn't lather. So we don't put any chemicals in there, right? Suds are not, oh, Erica, you got to go look at my old Her Revelation. Like, I already talked about the subject, like, extensively. You can go to youtube.com/Naturalicious Beauty and search for sulfates, and you will find a whole 30-minute to hour-long topic on the thing on this subject, because I go into it very, very extensively, but very high level. Sulfates are what make lather occur, okay? But they are nothing more than a aesthetic property to make you feel like it's doing something. The problem for those of us with naturally dry hair is that those sulfates actually dry our hair out. They actually cause all kinds of brittleness and breakage. And so they're nothing more than detergent. The same sulfates that are in a lot of shampoos are the same sulfates that's in Tide laundry detergent. And they're the same sulfates that's in Dawn dishwashing liquid. So if you would not wash your hair with Tide, I'm gonna need you not to wash your hair with a product that has sulfates. Sulfates will dry your hair profusely. And a lot of times people are like, I'm putting all the moisturizer in my hair, I'm doing all these great things, why is my hair still dry? And it's because they're using products that have sulfates in them. So we do not include any of those things because our product is all natural. And yeah, that's why it doesn't sud. It's the same thing like toothpaste. Like, people like the tingle of toothpaste, but the tingle of toothpaste actually, it does nothing. It doesn't clean your teeth any better. It doesn't make your teeth shinier or anything. Like, you can Google this. Like, I kid you not, it doesn't do anything. It just makes you feel like it's doing something. Back in the day, Dr. Miracles, they had their Feel It formula, and you would put on your hair and you could feel like it tingling, and so people were like, ooh, my hair must be growing. First of all, your hair doesn't grow that fast. Like, as soon as you put something on and you start to feel tingle, you think it's growing. Like, that's peppermint oil that they put in there to make it tingle so that people would feel like it was doing something. So it's nothing more than an aesthetic property so that you feel something happening or see something happening and you think it's effective. But suds do not clean your hair any worse or better, and in fact, it cleans naturally dry hair worse because it dries your hair out. So any good shampoo, most of them will not sud up. A few of them will, because some companies use a product called sulfonication, which creates suds in products that don't have sulfates, because of that very reason. Because from a marketing perspective, they know consumers like to get suds, and so they will put suds into products even though they don't have sulfates. So when you were looking at the label, you need to make sure you don't see anything that says sulfates on them, because otherwise you're going to end up with really, really, really dry hair that's going to break and not grow. Okay. Let's see. I need to keep going down here. Don't forget the gallons are available tonight, you guys. Latanya says, see, you said the G word, you know the sensitivity of that word. I know. Cross your fingers, send some prayers. Yes, thank you, Danita. Appreciate that. Hold on. I feel like I'm like way up in the comments. I need to get down. So I'm kind of scrolling through. Rachel says, Gwen, how is the gel going to be added to the different steps? Is it going to be step 4? It's not really going to be like a step. So you know how like the hair mist is available and it's like not a part of like the system per se, but it works really well with the system. It'll be the same, right? So it'll be like a supplement, because you don't like steps 1, 2, and 3 are like your essentials, right? The hair mist is like a really, really, really nice to have and a really good to have. But it's not like a wash day essential per se, right? But it's a really great addition to steps 1, 2, and 3. Same thing with the gel. The gel, I don't use the gel every day. I think I'll probably maybe use it. I've been using it maybe like once a week at most. So it's, however, that's not true. I've been using it like for my styles like once a week, but like my edges and stuff like that, I've been using it like, you know, throughout the week. So again, it's not a wash day essential, so it won't be one of the steps, but it is a really, really, really great to have. So it'll be in addition to that. So it won't be looped in with the steps, but it'll be available on the website. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. Y'all got a lot of comments today. Okay. Finally got in. The gowns are all sold out. So y'all are not playing. Let me look and see. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Are they all gone already? Let me refresh the screen. Refresh. Of course, my computer internet Wi-Fi wants to mess up. No, I think I see a few left. Who said that? Shell? No, there's a few left. There's 9 left. There's 9 left. So that's what the website says. So if you go to the website, type in gallon in the search, you'll see it pop up, and then you can buy it there. So there are 9. It's showing me on the website that there's 9 left. So if you would like one, then go get it. Because there are. And I'm reading what the website says. There's 9 left, and there's 425 people currently looking at it. So they're probably gonna be available for very long. So you may want to go and look at it real soon. Let's see. Just to kind of give you kind of quantify this. When I started the live, we had like, I don't know, like 60 left. And now there's 9, so you probably want to go get it if you guys want to get it before they're gone. Okay. Yes, there's still some loose gallons too. Okay. She'll say yes. Showing me the same thing. There's 9 left. So there's still 9 left. So go ahead. I mean, I haven't refreshed the screen, but I'm assuming there's still maybe 7 or 8 or 9 left. So if you want to go get it. All right. I think I've answered most of the questions. She'll say when I hit submit, it said it was all sold out. Really? Let me just check the back end because I want to make sure it's not saying sold out if they're truly not sold out. Hang on. While that's doing that, let's see. Bridget said, I'm sad I put in by the time I checked, I said no longer available. What? Okay, hold on. Hold on. That can't be true. I'm still doing Real Hair Revelations, sweetie. Yes, dear. My son's. No, I can't come there. I'm live. What? Can you come here, please? No, I can't. Huh? No, I can't come here. Why? Because I'm talking to the nation right now. Okay. Oh, you know, it does say 0 available. Let me actually fix this for y'all. Okay. If you go now, you should see that they're showing as available. Okay. So, yeah. So try it now. I think Shell and who else said that? Tamara, somebody else, Bridget, and anybody else that was trying to get it. Yeah, y'all do not play. Y'all do not play. So I just made some more available. Thank you for the link, Danita. Okay, you guys, I think I've answered all the questions. If I haven't answered it, make sure that you drop the comment below and I will do my best to get to it. But yeah, so if you go to the website now to get the gallon, you should see some more on there. So make sure you go get it before it goes away again. All right. You guys have a blessed evening and I'll leave it up for maybe like 10 more minutes. Okay. Afterwards. Cause I know some of you are trying to get it before I went off and it wasn't available. So you need time to get it. So 10 more minutes, go get it. Once that 10 minutes is up, that's a wrap. Okay. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Stellies, I see you. And, you know, I'm always working on it. All right. Love you guys. Have a great evening. Hey, Erica. Erica, can we get an update on the wedding? What's happening? What's happening with the wedding? Do you have a date? Do we have a venue? Like, we need details. We want to share this journey with you. So let us know. I will tell my mom you guys said hi, Alicia. Thank you for that. She'll be very happy to hear. Denise said, get on the live coming up for the gel testers. Yes, yes, yes. That's going to be probably tomorrow or Saturday. All right. Night, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.